give you guys some of the just a few things that I discussed. It was put on my heart just to kind of share with you guys as you're thinking about moving forward for 2017. What does forward mean to you? What does even the word manifestation mean? People are using words and not really understanding them. And I'm not talking about like the Webster's version or Webster's definition of these words. What do they personally mean to you? That's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about, what does the word manifestation mean? Number one, my definition for the word manifestation was bringing something from the dream world or the imaginative world, or we can say visualizations, bringing them into the actual physical world. So taking my visualization and actualizing it. That is a manifestation. Okay, so I dreamed it up, and then I actually brought it down to something that I can, see, touch, feel. So that for me was the definition of manifestation. I want you to be thinking about what that means to you. Now, some questions I want to share with you guys to ask yourself when we think about moving forward. So forward is moving in a forward trajectory. That means I am moving, I guess you could say upwards, moving north, whatever way that is for you. We want to make sure our compass is leading us north. We're not looking back. We're not looking to the side. We're going forward. So, some questions that you should think about. And if you have a pen, go ahead and start taking notes. If you don't have a pen and a piece of paper, I'll give you a few minutes. Go get one. Go get one. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get a pen and paper so you can take notes, because this is a video that you're going to need to take notes, because I'm going to give you a lot of good information. And then not only that, but I'm going to do a forecast based on, because the new moon, we just had a new moon in Aquarius. And for those of you, and like I say, I'm giving you some time to get pen and paper. So go do that now. But the new moon in Aquarius symbolized the birth of innovation. So new moon automatically symbolizes newness and new beginnings and transitions. And this is a time where you should really be thinking about forward moving. Don't let a new moon pass you by and you're not doing something progressive, or you're not thinking up or creating progressive ideas and getting ready to actualize your progressive ideas. Okay, so let me some of this green tea. Okay, so by now you should have your pen and paper. All right, so one of the questions I want you to write down is, who are you? Who are you? Not who people have told you you are. Not who, it seems comfortable for you to fit this mold of being this person. It works, girl. This works for me, this persona, it works for me. I'm able to get, what I want and da-da-da. No. Who are you on the inside? Beyond the mask. All right. The next question I have for you is, what is your purpose? What is your purpose? What is your reason for existing? Why do you feel like you're here? And it's okay to be honest with yourself and say, I don't know, if you don't know, because if you say something and it is not in alignment, it defeats the purpose of this exercise totally. So if you are in a place where there's a question here and you don't know the answer, right? I don't know. Okay. What is your passion is the next question. What is your passion? What is that one thing that if money was not an object, if money was not an issue, what is it that you would be doing every day when you wake up? What is that one thing that you would be doing every day? That's called your passion. What is it? Write it down. Lastly, what is your platform? What is, well, not what is, but where is your platform? It can be what, but where. So where is that the medium for which you are able to express your either your passion or your profession? So, and let me define profession. I'm going to backtrack 1 second. Profession is what you're doing daily, day to day, to keep the lights on, to keep, food on the table, not to be confused with your passion unless you've already gotten to a point where you've interconnected the two. And if you have, yay, because you're making progress. You're making progress. So the questions I ask: who are you? What is your purpose? What is your passion? What is your profession? And where is your platform? Got 5 questions. I want you guys to answer those questions amongst yourselves. And I'm going to give you my answers to those questions. I said, I am a proud Black woman, a goddess, mother of all civilization. That's who am I? Next question was, what is my purpose? My purpose, I am here to simultaneously heal and restore balance to others and myself. Because in healing myself, I heal others, or that is my approach to healing. Next, my passion is artistic and creative expression through various mediums. I am an artist by every sense of the word. That's something I'm passionate about. It can be different modes and mediums of art and expression, but that's how I heal myself, and that's where I get great joy. I take great joy and passion in artistic expression. My profession is an instructional assistant with JPS, as well as the founder of Oshun's Garden Designs, Soulcess Life Consulting Services as well. My platform is social media and person-to-person outreach through meaningful connections. So that's how I define mine. How you define yours is going to be completely and totally up to you. These are things that you need to be thinking about when we talk about forward moving. I'm going to tell you guys a secret, okay? So I've discovered that there is an interlocking thread to our lives that can make achieving and manifesting things from dream realm into realized realm either easier or more difficult. So the thing about it is that once we get to the point where we can take those questions, those different pieces of thread, think of them as thread, and get them to connect and get them to be those interconnected and interwoven pieces and make this tapestry, this beautiful tapestry, which is going to be our lives. Once we can connect those, it makes manifesting things easy. They come without effort. They come without struggle and fight, But when they're not interconnected, when they're literally satelliting each other, like satellites just off in space, they're not really making any kinds of connections to one another. It's just kind of like, and you're wondering why you haven't been able to manifest into fruition things that you've been wanting to do for years, things that you've been, putting forth energy and effort but getting no result in. It's because they're not connected. They have no connection at all whatsoever in a lot of cases. So we have to get to the point where we can understand that these things should be connected. And what I'm going to give you guys when we're talking about moving forward, because I want to deal a little bit in astrology as well, I'm going to give you just a forecast or star mapping of the new moon in Aquarius. Now, mind you, this was from last night because I had every intention of getting online and sharing this last night, but what happened with my friend, it kind of I just needed to step away for a second and regroup and regather myself. so I could come back and relay this information. So yes, and so use this. Remember, new moon is transition, new beginnings, fresh starts. New moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the innovator. Aquarius is the, you know, the going against outmoded or old traditional things that no longer benefit us. So use that innovative energy to go ahead and start building on whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Now is the time to go ahead and start to make plans and to start preparing. And then as the new moon goes away to where we have a slither of light from the moon, that's when you actually start putting the action in. You don't want to start until the moon is actually visible. You don't want to actually start. New moon time is planning time. So once the moon is visible, you go ahead and start actualizing. Go hard, go hard, go hard. So yeah, I'll start with Aries. So Aries, for you, the forecast was Mars, which is your ruling planet, and Uranus are in Aries. So Mars and Uranus are in Aries, and this is happening in your 11th house. And Venus is in Pisces. So you, just to let you know what this is a time to take action on collective projects with like-minded people. Don't fear transformation or evolution in the process of working with others, Aries. Focus on your ability to work with others on a shared vision without needing to control a feeling, without the, without needing to control and feeling like you have all the answers. And it's really kind of difficult for Aries because of the fact that Aries is such a powerful, it's a fire sign. It's so kind of hot-headed. Aries is the baby of the zodiac, so Aries can be a little bit immature. Well, a lot bit immature. But that also gives Aries a really, really, really strong, powerful sense of willpower. You can't stop an Aries once an Aries puts his mind to something. An Aries is a force to be reckoned with. So I give you your props in that, Aries. So yeah, focus on your ability to work with others on a shared vision without needing to control and feeling that you have all the answers. Keep working on maturing in your relationships and partnerships. Utilize charm and grace in moments of emotion to avoid conflicts with others. Venus in Pisces, Aries. So use charm and grace. Really, really work on that, Aries, okay? Because sometimes, as fire signs, we can be kind of crass. We can be kind of, straight, no chaser. But Aries, right now is a time where the energy is in your favor to really use charm. Work on using your abilities to charm people over. So utilize charm and grace in moments of emotion to avoid conflicts with others. Overcome hot-headedness with charm. You cannot do it alone, Aries. You need support or you will burn out quickly. Okay, fire sign, you will burn out if you do not acknowledge the fact that you cannot do everything alone. There's an element to resistance going on because Uranus is squaring Capricorn in the 8th house, and the planets are Pluto and Mercury. So there's an element of resistance to change as it relates to your modes, methods, and outlets of positive communication with others. So you must continue to work on that. Others may find you too caught in your own way of doing things and inflexible in how you communicate, which affects both business and personal relationships. Be open to new ideas and be ready to transform and evolve. So in a nutshell, Aries, go against the grain in your own unique individuality with boldness and expand with maturity. So that's what I have for Aries as far as with your new moon projection. This is the time, again, new moon is planning time. So build on that. Take that, build on that. If it spoke to you, you know what you need to do. Go ahead and build on that and begin to actualize these things as we begin to see actual light from the moon. Taurus, okay, so Mostly in the 12th house. You have just a little bit of 11th house going on, Taurus. You don't have any planetary placement, so this is a time to get real with yourself about your life and its direction. I'm going to say that again, Taurus. This is a time to get real with yourself about your life and its direction. Focus on the soul and any illusions that you may have created in an effort not to deal with painful memories and experiences. Soul work must be done to create an empty space to receive the newness that the universe wants to give. However, delusions of wellness will constantly keep you stifled. Don't hide lingering internal conflict behind acquired materials and flash. Fight the natural stubbornness and resistance to change. Realize that material possessions can never take the place of peace of mind. Ever, Taurus. Ever. This is an introspective time for you to uncover all brushed over issues to prepare for the future. So be inspired by the beauty in others, because Venus, which is one of your ruling planets, like I said, you have a little bit of the 11th house, but it's mostly Taurus is in the 12th house. So you have Venus there, which is, hey, I'm at home, I'm at home in Taurus. So really, really, really use that. So be inspired by the beauty in others, and you can kind of pattern, use that, be inspired by beauty that you see out in the world. And use that in ways to help you to, kind of battle those internal conflicts that you have. And be actively working on rebuilding the version of you that lives and accepts your truth beyond the facade. Yep, Taurus. Yeah, I hope that really gives you something to build on, Taurus, for the new moon. All right, Gemini, 12th house and first house equally. So it was kind of like right down the middle for you guys last night. There were no planetary placements for you. However, with those house placements, this is a time to face the hidden realities or hidden ordeals and let go of false conceptions of who you really are, Gemini. If you don't know, now is the time to devote energy towards figuring it out. Not another year in the identity unidentified, in the identity undefined category. So step out into the light of your personal truth. Identity crises need to be faced and conquered. So Geminis, if you've been dealing with a battle as far as with identity and really identifying who you are as an individual person, kind of been hiding in a group. Now's the time to get out. Now's the time to get out, because the energy is in your favor. This is a great time to go ahead and step out and really put a stamp on who I am as an individual. Not saying that you can't bring great things to a cooperative effort, but or to your family, because maybe that's family too. But now's the time for Gemini to really be thinking about false conceptions of who you are, or who people have pegged you to be. Because sometimes, people see us good at one thing and they kind of like will crop us out into a little picture, a little snapshot, and this is who Amani is, and I'm going to put her right here, and it's just like, but I'm more than that. Like, I do this too, and I like this too, and I do, so for Gemini, now's the time for you to really set that stamp on who it is that you are with confidence. All right, Cancer, mostly second house placement for you, Cancer, as of last night. A little bit of first house, but mostly second house. You had no planetary placements, but with that house placement, this is a time for you to put laser focus on money and your personal value system as it relates to your resources, budgeting, and prioritizing in order to progress. Does how you spend match your values and your personal beliefs? No more emotional spending, Cancer. Pay attention to hoarding tendencies. Putting emotional attachment on material goods versus people and resources. So resources are things that can bring about more personal abundance, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? So resources are more just Cancer, just to let you know the difference between a material good and a resource. A material good is just there for clothes are material goods. Resources are things that can bring about more abundance. So if you have a business, investing money into your business. So whether it be building a website, you know what I'm saying? Taking that $200 that you would emotionally spend on clothes or emotionally spend on food or something that is not going to bring anything back, taking that and actually putting it into your resources versus that emotional spending. So now's the time for you to be thinking about that, Cancer. Be thinking about your monetary and personal value system, and looking at your budget and prioritizing how you prioritize your funds. All right, next is Leo. Leo. And I'm a lunar Leo, so this was for me too. Oh yeah, and guys, remember, this is not just sun sign action. If this can affect the 3 signs that are really that you're really most affected by, are your sun, your moon, and your rising. So just really pay attention to any one of these signs as it relates to, it could be your sun, your moon, or your rising. If you know them, then you need to be listening for all 3. Excuse me. If you don't know them, just holler at me. All right, so Leo. Leo right now is in the 3rd house. No planetary placements, Leo. So it's time to get out and travel more on short trips that will advance your higher learning and bring about more specific knowledge in your area of interest, whatever it is. See the world and expand your knowledge before you try to lead others. Because, Leos, we had a tendency, to just be like, oh, yeah, take charge. Yeah. Because a lot of times we're good at it. We're good at it. We're good at leadership. But what this is saying to me, this energy is saying to me that we need to expand our knowledge before we take that, that role, the leadership role. So take classes, study to show yourself approved at what you're doing. So really take the time to study, Leos. Make use of the internet in your expansion. Expand your knowledge. Pay attention to be certain that you are communicating effectively with others. Take care of relationships with siblings as well. So that can be blood relations, siblings, or it could be people that are like sisters or like brothers to you. So yeah, pay attention to those types of relationships as well. So yeah, right now, Leo, this is a time for you to be studying and traveling, but traveling in distances that will not require much effort. So not really long trips, you know what I'm saying? But little short trips that you can do, you can plan out easily, schedule easily into your schedule, fit it and go and learn something new and go be around, experience something new, go to a workshop, a seminar, you know what I'm saying, or either with the internet, a webinar, something like that. Okay, Virgo. Right now, Virgo is in the 4th house with Chiron in Virgo. Which is kind of like more like an asteroid, I believe. It's not really, I know it's not a planet, but it's still a heavenly body. So right now for you, Virgo, I have time to pay closer attention to home, because 4th house rules family. So time for you to pay closer attention to home and family lessons, things that mama and grandma and them, mama, grandma and them used to say. Wisdom from your bloodline on fixing your nest. So, or as close to your bloodline on fixing your nest. And if you don't have a spouse or children, then how to prepare your nest. So if you don't have, if you're still single, or if you're unmarried, then this is a time to get ready. This energy is saying, hey, prepare for that, because that could be coming up soon for you. Who knows? I don't. I'm just reading what the charts say. So yeah, seek trusted elder advice and counsel on family discord. If there's any family issues going on, Virgos, seek advice from elders, trusted elders on Discord. Make sure you aren't trying to just sweep home problems under the rug to make the house look pretty, Virgo. Just trying to sweep it all under the rug, just as long as it looked nice, because Virgo can be a little OCD, and Virgo doesn't like things to be out of place. So Virgo wants everything to look nice and look pretty and look neat, but make sure in doing that you're actually cleaning up, not just putting stuff out of sight, out of mind. So no, now is the time to get dirty and fix the rifts at home with the assistance of trusted elder wisdom. So yeah, Virgo, that's you. Time to clean up home. Time to clean up house, Virgo. Time to get with the nitty gritty. It's time to, really, really be looking at home, focusing in at home. And that could either be, if you're not married, if you're single, really looking at home in a sense of preparing yourself for a life outside of you just being by yourself. Because if you're seeking a relationship, at one point in time, you do want someone to, spend the rest of your life with, if that's what you want, then you really need to be fixing the nest. Fixing the nest, really welcoming that energy in, For women, I recommend cooking, man. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to cook. Learn skills that aren't typically, I guess you could say, things that people put out into the world. Like you really don't hear a lot of people just talking about cooking classes and stuff like that. But it's just some stuff you want to add to your your repertoire, just so you can again prepare your nest, so you can actually manifest these things in the upcoming year, or begin to manifest them within the next month or so. Okay, Libra. Okay, right now, fifth house placement for Libra. And again, this is the projection from last night because I did not get a chance to share it for new moon. So new moon in Aquarius. So Libra's in the fifth house, and you have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, in the fifth house with you, Libra. So, and I love Jupiter because I'm a Sag, and that's my ruling planet, so I'm a little bit jealous. But it's all good. I don't mind sharing Jupiter with y'all. But so right now for Libra, this is a time to focus on expansion in areas of creativity and self-expression. Take a closer look at your hobbies and things that come effortlessly to you, as they could lead to opportunities for expansion. This is a great energy for pregnancy, and I know a Libra that is expecting. Congratulations to you. You know who I'm talking about. Congratulations to you. So yeah, this is a great energy for pregnancy. So ladies and fellas, unless you are wanting, that, yeah. So yeah, just be, if you're not, then make sure you wrapping it up tight, because this energy is just like, yes. Yes, so, or to focus on children that you have. So if you have children already, Libra, this is a time to focus on them and really enjoy hobbies with them, playing with them, having fun with them. And now's the time to really be networking and creating partnerships that could also lead to expansion. Now, there is a squaring element that was going, well, there was a squaring element that was going on last night. Jupiter was squaring Capricorn in the 8th house. And the two planets that were in Capricorn in the 8th house were Pluto and Mercury. So I'm going to explain that. What that means is that there is an element of resistance to change as it relates to your modes, methods, and outlets of positive communication, Libra, with others. You must continue to work on that. Others may find you too caught in your own way of doing things and inflexible in how you communicate, which affects both business and personal relationships. So be open to new ideas and be ready to transform and evolve with this energy. So, nutshell, go against the grain of your own unique individuality with boldness and expand with maturity, because you have that the same harmonious element that Aries had. So there's Jupiter in Libra, Saturn in Sag, and Uranus in Aries. You have fire and air working together. I think that's called a triad. But you have fire and air working together, so that's a positive aspect that's going on, and that's between Jupiter in Libra, Sag, and Saturn in Sag, and Uranus in Aries. So you'll hear that again. That's going to be repeated. You heard it once in Aries, but you'll hear it again when I do Sagittarius. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Okay, so right now you're in the sixth house, Scorpio. No planetary placements. But this is a time for you to focus on your physical. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting a little hoarse. Let me drink some tea real quick, and I'll be right with you. I gotta drink just a little bit of tea because I'm trying to get my voice back. Because last night was rough. But I feel better today. Okay, so Scorpio, no planetary placements. Now is the time to focus on your physical, mental, and spiritual health overall. Okay, so holistic health. Now is the time to really be focusing in on your holistic approach to health. Continue to seek discipline in your routine through the incorporation of daily regimens that speak to each. So a regimen for your physical health, a regimen for your mental health, a regimen for your spiritual health. Resist the urge to disconnect in moments of imbalance and uncertainty. Instead, connect with energy that reinforces your holistic electricity. So reinforces your electric nature, the need to feel alive. So you want to, at times where you get low, at times where you get discouraged, resist by all means. Resist the urge to disconnect, because that's really a trait of Scorpio, is that, you know, that secretive nature. Scorpios tend to hold a lot in. Scorpios tend to be very internal people. So resist the urge just to go totally behind the veil, but really connect with other energies that reinforce that your holistic electricity. So really reinforces you feeling alive, that feeling of, oh my goodness, I'm really living right now. And evaluate relationships with work colleagues as well, because sixth house, and the reason I say to connect with that energy, because sixth house deals with working relationships as well as health, working relationships. So it is a collaborative sign. You know, it deals with how you connect and how you relate to others as far as work. You know what I'm saying? Not like serious relationships, like contractual, not those type of relationships, but just working relationships. So evaluate relationships with work colleagues and working relationships, and critique your leadership style. Because we're talking about also subordinate positions. So people who may work under you or have to report to you, Scorpio. So critique your leadership style. What type of a leader are you? What type of a leader do you want to be? So now's the time to be thinking about that. Sagittarius. Hey, Sag. All right. So I got some fuzz. Okay, so Sag was kind of like Gemini. Split down the middle, baby. We was split down the middle between the 6th and 7th houses as of last night. Saturn is in Sag. We got the old man of the planets just kind of sitting there, you know, giving us that mature. We need that, though, Sag. We need that because that helps to keep us grounded. So we have, first of all, I'll do for the forecast, and I go into we got a harmonious element going on, the triad I was telling you about. And then we also have a square going on with Aries. But now's the time to focus on your physical, mental, and spiritual health overall. On a holistic approach, same thing as with Scorpio, because we have a split between the 6th and 7th house. Continue to seek discipline through your routine and through an incorporation of daily regimens, okay, that speak to each. So physical regimen, mental regimen, spiritual regimen. So whatever your practices are, get into them and stay disciplined with them. Keep them up. Resist the urge to disconnect in moments of imbalance and uncertainty, Sagittarius. Instead, connect with energy that reinforces your holistic electricity. So people that make you feel alive. Connect when you feel low. Evaluate relationships with work colleagues and working relationships, and critique your leadership style. Okay, also time to evaluate major relationships. That's the 7th house. Contractual agreements. So also time to evaluate major relationships and seek balance between personal health and self-care, and contractual relationships. So that's marriage and business. So find that balance between your self-care and your contractual relationship. So between you taking time out for yourself and you putting time and investing time into like your businesses or business or your work, different things like that. Don't use too much energy on one and starve the other, or vice versa. So don't spend too much time taking self-care, but at the same time, don't spend too much time working, overworking yourself, burning yourself out. Let that fire be a slow burn, like right there in the middle. Reevaluate contracts if there is any dissonance in a business relationship. So if you're experiencing any issues, any, gray areas, or if you're Sag, if you've been feeling kind of weird about any business relationship, now's the time to reevaluate contracts. Be looking at dotting the I's dotted and the T's crossed. And if there's any dissonance, now's a great energy to work through that. You don't have any planets retrograde till February 5th. No planets are retrograde until February 5th. Now's a great time to go ahead and have those conversations, because the energy is going to be in your favor to have a good outcome. Take wise leaps of faith, Sag, and resist the urge to impulsive adventurer. So take wise leaps of faith. Resist the urge to impulsive venturing. Developing business maturity during this time. So be thinking of ways you can mature as an entrepreneur. So seminars, workshops, webinars, etc. So going against the grain in your unique individuality with boldness and expand with maturity. That's that harmonious element that we have going with Saturn and Sag, Jupiter and Libra, and Uranus and Aries. All right, Capricorn right now, Capricorn is in the 8th house as of last night. I gotta keep saying that because this is from last night. It was in the 8th house, and two planets that were there were Pluto and Mercury. You do have a square with Aries in the 11th house with Mars and Uranus. So Capricorn, pay attention. Now's the time to embrace major changes and transformations. Embrace them, Capricorn. Don't run from them. Don't deny them. Don't sidestep change. Go with the energy. So now's the time to embrace major changes and transformations that the universe has been nudging you towards for a while now. And I'm sure you've been feeling it too. Do not resist the winds of change because of your level of comfort or fear of the unknown. It will continually hold you back. There is a strong energy of change and transformation that you can either ride the wave or it will take you under. Let go of outmoded thoughts and behaviors. Literally change or die. This resistance or allowance of change / transformation will either strengthen your access to collective resources and networking opportunities or destroy them. Burnout is on the horizon if you keep doing things alone because you're set in your way. Accept the help of the village that doesn't necessarily look, think, or act just like you. There is now, as far as with that square, as far as with the square, there's an element of resistance to change as it relates to your modes, methods, and outlets of positive communication with others, Capricorn. You must continue to work on that. Others may find you too caught up in your own way of doing things and inflexible in how you communicate with them. And that affects both your business and your personal relationships. So be open to new ideas and be ready to transform and evolve. And with that, I'm going to get some tea. Okay. Okay. I'm back. That was a mouthful. So, yeah, Capricorn, don't be resistant to change. Don't be resistant to change, Capricorn. Because not only, and the reason why I say it's a really strong element of change going on with you guys right now is because right now you're in the eighth, you have an 8th house placement. And that literally is transformation. I'm talking about like drastic transformation. Drastic transformation. We're talking about rebirth and death. So, you know, like, and don't take that in a literal sense, because it doesn't mean literally. That means that can mean spiritual rebirth and death. So something has to die in order for something to be reborn. So when you're transforming or when you're evolving, literally parts of you do have to die. They have to die. They have to die in order for another you to be reborn. You got to let go of stuff. And Capricorn, you're already, you know, a sign that, you know, as an earth sign, it's hard for you to accept things that you can't really see. If you can't, right, if you can't put your hand on it, or if you don't automatically see or understand the value of something, Capricorn is going to be like, Capricorn is, I need receipts, baby. I need receipts dating back to da-da-da-da-da-da in order for me to buy into it. So Capricorn, you got to get out of that with this energy. And then you're squaring, like I say, you're squaring Aries in the 11th house. So you got to get with the changes. You got to get with the changes. But moving on, Aquarius. Aquarius is in the 9th house, and it's really interesting to see the sun and the moon in Aquarius last night. That was really, really cool. So Aquarius has you have the sun and the moon in the 9th house. So Aquarius, for you, what I have, it's time to seek out and find higher wisdom and allow it to assist your progression. Don't rely so heavily on your own personal judgment in making important decisions. Allow spirit guides to help you and show you the clear path, and pay attention to higher knowledge from trusted elders and parents, because the sun and the moon represent mother and father figures. So if not necessarily just mother and father, like literally, it can be someone that you look at as a mother figure or a father figure, or a person, a masculine and feminine element of wisdom. So, yeah. And pay attention to higher knowledge from trusted elders and parents. Plan long trips. So Aquarius, long trips to allow you to travel that will expand your higher levels of consciousness. This is all about raising consciousness for Aquarius. This is all about really transforming into a new state of the way you think. You know, transforming your thought processes for Aquarius. So this is an age to seek. This is a time to seek knowledge in that sense. So long trips that will allow you to travel and expand your higher level of consciousness. Love interests of true significance. Oh yeah, Aquarius. Love interests of true significance are very potential during this energy. So pay attention to your heart chakra. As it relates to relationships, allow love to teach you higher levels of consciousness. Allow love to teach you higher levels of consciousness through opening your heart chakra to receive it versus the urge to detach. I'm gonna drink some tea. Y'all think I'm being funny, but no, I'm really not. My voice is going in and out. So yeah, resist the urge to detach, Aquarius. Like, you got some really, really positive elements going on right now as it relates to love, because the sun and moon represent, not only do they represent can be representative of parents, they can also be representative of your ideal mate. Yep, they can be representative of your ideal mate. So really pay attention. If you have anyone in your life right now, this is for men and women. If you have anyone in your life right now that you're interested in as far as true, significant relationships, not just flings, but significant relationships, pay attention to those during this time, and pay attention to your heart chakra, and what it tells you and how you feel, and really allow that to lead you forward as far as it relates to your love relationships. And lastly, I believe, is Pisces. Okay, Pisces is in the 10th house. And you have your ruling planet of Neptune is there. So that's a very, very positive thing for you, Pisces. And you have a harmonious element going on between Neptune and Pisces, and Mercury and Capricorn, doing some really good exchanging of energies with each other. So it's time to pay close attention to long-term life goals and career plans. Great energy. This is a great energy to tap into your dreams, which is the visualization aspect that Pisces is so great at. One of the very, very, very positive things about Pisces is their ability to dream and to come up with these visualizations and ideas of how they grab things from the dream realm. So this is a great energy to tap into your dream ability, that visualization ability, and to create ideas for alternative routes to your personal success. So if something didn't work, now is the time to dream up a new plan. So right now, your dreams during this time, make sure you are effectively communicating with others who can assist you in actualizing your dreams and not getting lost in the dream world, Pisces, because that is the other side of the coin with Pisces. You know, you don't want to get lost in the dream world. So be able to balance that. There's a great energy here to go from visualization to actualization with effective communication, because remember, there's a harmonious element between Neptune and Pisces and Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury is the planet that rules communication. And then you have Mercury in Capricorn, which is a very stable sign. Capricorn, again, is show me the receipts. Capricorn is going to make sure that, you know, this has to get done, that has to get done. This, you know, I have to be able to, it's an earth sign, so, you know, it values things that it can see. So there's a harmonious element going on between visualization of Neptune being dreamy, 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 and then you have Mercury and Capricorn bringing it back down and grounding it. So now's the time. This is a great energy to go from visualization to actualization with effective communication. Don't get lost in your ideals. Dream, but remember to always stay grounded. And that's what I have, you guys. I hope that this really inspires you as you get ready to prepare for the upcoming month and for this year. We're going to need all the help that we can get, because there's just so much going on right now. Again, everything that I've given you, this is all divination. I don't get my information from any other source other than looking at the chart and allowing spirit to guide me in how to interpret the astrological chart for that day, or if I'm looking up someone's natal chart, based on study and based on research and based on, like I said, just really studying to show myself approved. If you could relate to it, that is awesome. I would love for you to not only watch it, but you can share it. Let it whoever needs to hear it, because these are the things that we need to do. Again, planning, and then once we get a little bit of we see a little bit of light as far as with the moon, I can't even talk, actualizing these things, these plans. So let's get to planning right now. And like I say, no planets are retrograde until February 5th. So that was a great time to, go ahead and get it in. All right. Well, I hope this helped you guys. If you have any other questions as it relates to astrology, or if you have any questions related to really specifically, more specific, if you have any questions related to life coaching, because this is something that I do, that I incorporate in the services that I offer to people. This is going to be personalized for you. So if you want to get more information about it, or if you have any other questions related to like maybe your natal chart or anything like that, just let me know. You can send me a message, and I will be sure to respond to you as soon as I am able, guys. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. All right, peace.